So, as you all are aware that we are going to attend the session of gratitude today. So, co- our coach there is Mr. Ashish Kumar. I welcome them on behalf of GS1 India, and this is going to be a very insightful session on how we can be thankful about the things which we have or which we grab it from some or other efforts, and how we should thank for the all the things we have or we are going to have it, or otherwise we can see how things are moving in the life, and how we can make use of all those things which we already have, and how we will be able to realize others as well, that how much important it is to be thankful for the things. So I, with the warm welcome to Mr. Ashish, I just hand over the session to him now. All yours, Mr. Ashish.
Thank you so much, Geeta ma'am. I really appreciate this opportunity to interact with the team of GS1. And I'm really thankful to you, each one of you, for joining the session on time. I would like to begin by asking you a question. How many of you would be interested in having very high return on investment? If you would like to have high return on investment, please type ROI in the chat box. ROI, in case you are interested in having high return on investment. Okay, Nikita, wow, very good. You're all very smart people. I know that from our earlier interactions. Now, let me, bring a different dimension to this. How many of you would be interested in having high return on time invested? If you are interested in having high return on time invested, then please type ROTI, ROTI, return on time invested. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Geeta. Thank you, Neha. Thank you, Rima. Thank you, everyone. It is very important for us to have high return on time invested, because time is the only limited resource we have got in our lives. Money can also be unlimited. Somebody can have 1 crore, somebody can have 10 crores, somebody can have 100 crores, 1,000 crores. It can be unlimited, so to say. But time, even Dhirubhai Ambani or Mukesh Ambani has got 24 hours. I have got 24 hours. Jeff Bezos has got 24 hours. Everybody has got 24 hours. So it is very important for us to pay attention to what we do with our time. And it is in this context, today's session is very important, because when we practice gratitude, the return it gives on the time invested, is very, very high. A lot of people I interact, I do a lot of sessions with the corporate employees, and most of the times people tell me, Ashish, we are very busy. You're asking us to do this, you're asking us to do that, but where is the time? And encouraged by their questions, this is the practice I found, and which gives the highest return. It is a very simple practice with the highest return on investment. And what we are going to discuss today is how, by practicing gratitude, we can address the challenges that we are facing in our life, in the area of relationships, or in our career or health. We are particularly going through very tough times. There is no more any lockdown, but the impact of lockdown kind of lingers on. People are having challenges with their relationships. There's a lot of things are still working from home. A lot of people are working from home, and that is creating challenges. There is too much to do. It's been COVID has particularly been tough for the ladies, because they have to manage home, they have to manage work, children, school, everything, family members, all at the same time. So it's highly stressful for them. All of this is taking toll on the health of the people. They're not able to sleep well. There are trust issues. Many people have lost their jobs, or those who have got jobs have got salary cuts, or the businesses have shut down. A lot of challenges are there. So what I would like to ask you is, please type why. Just a simple why. If any of these statements resonates with you, if you feel you would like to handle stress better, please type yes. I wish I could cut down on the negative emotions. I wish I could have better control over my reactions. Please keep typing yes, yes, yes. I wish I had more time. As many yes you will type, the better the outcome of this session will be for you. I wish I can improve the quality of my sleep. I wish I had fewer moments of self doubt, and I wish I could be happier. So friends, if I were to tell you that there is one practice which can help you get all of this, which can help you handle stress, reduce the negativity, improve the time available to you, increase happiness, will you believe me? This practice, there is one practice of gratitude, which can which is kind of panacea, which can help us deal with health, relationships, and so many other issues in life. And I am not saying this, don't go by don't feel that I am saying this so you need to believe. There is immense amount of research that has taken place in this field, and one of the leading researchers in the field of doctor is Dr. Robert Emmons. And friends, please feel free to take screenshots of any of these slides in case you want to keep this for reference, or you want to use them later. Please take screenshots. Dr. Robert Emmons of University of California says that he has been researching on gratitude for last 15 years, and he says it helps in getting stronger immune systems. Our pains and aches go down, blood pressure goes down, and we are more energy, we are more positive, we are more social, and it helps us discharge our leadership role. And the leadership role is not a titular role. It's not only if you have a certain title you are a leader. Each one of us is a leader, whether we are leading our families or leading our teams, whoever it is, we are leaders. So when in this environment that we are in, where we are closely working with people, it's important that we are positive and we are energized, and so that we can impact the people around us positively, because it's got a ripple effect. If I am feeling sad and dejected and low energy, how would my family feel? How would my colleagues feel? How would my customers feel? But if I am happy, full of energy, I create that positivity around me. So gratitude is highly energizing. And it's not only Dr. Robert Emmons who has researched on this. There is Deepak Chopra, Oprah Winfrey, Harvard Business Review has got so many articles. There are many books written. There is particular one by Janice Kaplan, The Gratitude Diaries. There is one by Rhonda Byrne, The Magic, and there is so much research that is. So what I'm going to share with you is my culmination of research and practice from these different sources. As most of you know me, my name is Ashish Kumar, and I'm the founder of Mindful Living. My mission is to help 1 million people, 1 million working professionals lead healthier, happier, and wealthier lives. I have conducted over 250 sessions for the employees in the corporate sector. Few house rules. Please take screenshots, or please have a notepad and take notes. I promise you that I will not take any calls for the next 1 hour for the duration of our session, and I'll request you to make the same commitment to me that you will not take any calls for the next 1 hour. Most of your bosses are here, so your bosses are not going to get disturbed. If there is some customer who calls you, please tell them you will call them back after 1:30 or so. And there are things which I will share with you today, which may challenge some of your existing thought process. And sometimes what happens is when our thought process gets challenged, we reject everything that we are hearing. I'll request you to be focused on picking up that one golden nugget today, which can change your life. So focused on what's working for you, rather than whether this is right. What I'm sharing with you is what I practice. So from my practice, I know this is right. There is a lot of research which shows this is right. So listen to it with an open mind. The session is going to be is divided in 4 sections. First, we are going to understand what is gratitude, why should we practice gratitude, what is gratitude gap, and some simple techniques which you can use in your daily life to practice gratitude. Any idea of who this gentleman is?
Newton.
Isaac Newton. Thank you for sharing that. You are absolutely right. This gentleman is Isaac Newton, and he is, he discovered gravity, and he discovered three laws of motion, one of which is every action has equal and opposite reaction. And when we look at this law in the context of gratitude, what it says is, when every action of giving thanks always causes an opposite reaction of receiving something, and what we receive is always equal to the amount of what we give. So when we say thank you, it sets in motion a very powerful force which ensures that good things happen in our lives. To explain this better, I will also like to share with you another law, which is uh, you shall just a minute. You reap what you sow, and if I sow seeds of bitter gourd, Karela, what I'm going to get is bitter fruit, bitter gourd. But if I sow seeds of sweet, delicious mango, I'm going to get, juicy, delicious mangoes. And when we look at this is very evident to us, when we look at the physical world or the external world, but it is not so evident to us when we go into the realm of our mental thoughts. And we constantly keep sowing the seeds of negative thoughts. I don't like my job, I don't like this customer, I don't have money, my increment was not good, my partner is not good, I can't pay bills, I can't get along with my parents, my child is useless, my life is in a mess, my marriage is in trouble, and my finances never improve irrespective of how much I work. So if these are the seeds I am sowing in my mind, I am going to get a bitter gourd. There is no two ways about it. Don't make a mistake. But if I am thankful for what I have got, you have a job, and you should be thankful. So many millions of people have lost their jobs. I love my job. My family is very supportive. I know some people who got trapped and during COVID alone. They were away from their families and they were alone. Imagine completely locked down alone for months together, how it would have been. So are you grateful for your family, for the vacation, for what you're feeling? And when we start feeling thankful for what we have got, it accelerates the good in our life. That this is unmistakable. Whenever we look, there are a lot of things which may be wrong, but when we start looking for the right, what is going right? So gratitude is the practice. It requires little bit of training for our mind to look for whatever is going right in our life. And when we start looking for what is going right in our life and being thankful for it, then we accelerate the magic in our life. That's the power of gratitude. So I'll pause here to see, if you have any questions or comments. What we have discussed so far is what is gratitude. It's based on the science, on the laws of nature, and it is like gravity. You may not see gravity, but gravity is there. So same way, you may not see the energy of gratitude, but it's there. When you are thankful, you attract things in your life which you are happy about or which you want. So that's about gratitude. I'll pause here to see if you have any questions or comments before we move on. If there is something which doesn't appeal to you, please feel free to share it. There are very interesting questions I get in my sessions, and we'll be happy to discuss. I may not have all the answers, but we can share our experiences and see how we can learn together. How quickly one can change our habits, as in daily routines? Many things are there for disruption. So that's a very interesting question we have got. And, when we come to the end section, we will share some practices which will take as less as 1 minute. So you can do that, so I'll move on now to the next section. Why should we practice gratitude? We have seen what is gratitude. It is the quality of being thankful, looking for what's going on right in our lives. But why should we do that? And this is a energy scale given by Dr. David Hawkins in his book Power versus Force. And in this, you see there is a contracted stage of energy, and there is an expanded stage of energy. And when we are grateful, and at the lowest levels of emotions, which are got lowest energy levels, are shame, guilt, apathy, fear, etc. And the beauty about gratitude is it's like taking a lift and moving up to a higher floor. It's as almost as quickly as that. When we start practicing grateful, or when we start being grateful for good things in our life, or for things in our life that are going right, and there are always many things which are going right. I can't be grateful and I can't be fearful. I can't be grateful and I can't be depressed at the same time. So it's a very powerful practice to change our state of being in the shortest possible time. I'll be happy to take any questions or comments on this, but please understand, it increases our energy levels. Gratitude increases our energy levels, and when our energy levels go up, our ability to achieve what we want in our life, whether it's in your career, relationships, money, whatever you're looking for, that happens when we're operating from a high energy level. When we're operating from a low energy level, everything is a challenge in life. But when you are in a high energy level, you are on a roll. That's what gratitude is about. And again, don't believe me because I'm saying this. Leading business people in the world follow gratitude as a strategy. And this is not something I'm saying. This is an article in CNBC, which is a leading business magazine, channel. And they have given examples of few business leaders who practice gratitude as a strategy. And one I would like to talk about is that of Oprah Winfrey. Some of you may be familiar with her. She's a billionaire. She's worth about 20,000 crore rupees. And she was not born into wealth. She was, in fact, born to a very poor, single, unwed mother on a farm in rural America. That's the kind of background she comes from. And she had a very troubled childhood. She was physically abused. And from that humble and troubled background, she has gone on to become an inspirational figure to millions of people and a billionaire, and that's the power of gratitude. And she has written a book, in which she talks about how gratitude helped her multiply the good in her life. And one reporter asked her a very good question, a very insightful, very pointed question. The reporter asked Oprah, it's very easy for you to be grateful because you've got everything in your life. You've got the billions, you've got your own network and so many things going for you. And the answer that Oprah gave was brilliant. She said, I'm not grateful because I have got everything. It is because I have gratitude. I am grateful. That is why I have got everything. So gratitude can change the fortunes, irrespective of what your current situation is. When you start practicing gratitude, your life, your career, your health will change. I'll pause here to see if you have any questions or comments before we move on to the next section.
If anybody has questions, they can really post in on the chat.
Yes, you can put it on the chat, or you can unmute yourself. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next section, which is about, what is gratitude gap? We've seen what is gratitude. It's the quality of being thankful for what's going right in our life, being thankful to people. And it is very important because increases our energy and puts us in a state of being where achievements become very, very easy. But if there are so many benefits, and I've shared so much research with you and so many examples of business leaders who practice, then why is there a gratitude gap? Why don't people practice? So there is a book by the Janice Kaplan in which she says that she did a research where she says that about 90% of the people feel grateful, but only about 50% people express gratitude. And that is because of many reasons. Why 90% people feel grateful, but only 50% express gratitude is because we tend to take things for granted. I have got both hands, so ये तो नॉर्मल बात है, मतलब इसमें क्या खास बात है. बट उससे पूछो जिसका हाथ नहीं है, एक हाथ भी नहीं है, एक उंगली भी नहीं है, how grateful he or she would feel for having a full hand. And I don't feel grateful for my legs, but ask somebody who doesn't have a leg how grateful they are, or some people, there are people who don't have. So the point is we get habituated to whatever we have got in our lives and we don't feel grateful. But the fact is, if we start taking things for granted in our lives, we may tend to lose them. If we take people for granted, we may lose people from it. People may walk out from our life. If we take our health for granted, our health may deteriorate. If we take our wealth for granted, wealth. So be grateful for what we have got. This example is of a gentleman called Nick Wojcik. You can Google him, and you can see he was born like this. And what an amazing life he lives. He's a true inspiration for millions of people across the world. So be grateful for whatever we have got. Don't take anything for granted. It is so. Number one reason why we are not grateful is because of the habit. We get habituated to what we have got in our life. The other reasons why we are not grateful is because people may think that I am soft. So if I say thank you too many times, we have an image that a person needs to be rough, tough, like a cowboy. If he's soft, he's no good. Or sometimes people ask me, if I start being thankful for what I have got, then my ambition will go. I'll not be complacent. But we have just seen, Oprah Winfrey. She practices gratitude and she's a billionaire. How much more ambition do you need? Then some people feel that if I start saying thank you to my team members, people will start underperforming. They will, but there is research which shows that it is not true. And this research has been done by Mr. Adam Grant. He is one of the leading psychologists in the world, where they did a research in a university where there were a group of people who were who were doing calls to raise funds. Asking people for money is a very thankless job. Some of you would realize that. And so these were students who were calling people to raise funds for the university, and it's a thankless job. They get to hear very nose. But what happened is, after some time, so they were divided into two groups, and the director of the university went to one of the groups and told this group that you guys are doing a fantastic work, and because of you. And so what the university does is, from the funds they raise, they give scholarships to poor people to study. So she went and told, you guys are doing a fantastic job, you're raising money, and this is how this money is helping poor and needy. So this group, which where the director went and thanked them for doing this work, their performance went up by 50%. So this is one of the proofs, and there are many others, that when we express thank you, or when we say thanks to people, when we appreciate their efforts, their performance goes up. It doesn't go down. And this is from one of the leading researchers, psychologists in the world. Thanks for sharing that, Deepak. So this is one. Another reason people don't express gratitude at work is because they're too busy. And I can understand, we're working like, from 4, 5 in the morning till about 8, 9, 10. Many people keep long hours. So when there is so much to do, it looks like a waste of time. We feel iska to kaam hi tha ye karna. He was supposed to do it. Why should I say thank you? Anyway, I have so many things to look after. So let's move on. So that's another reason why people don't say thank you. But when it comes to practicing gratitude, one of the what is most important is we take time out to take that 1 minute or 5 minutes to pause and say thank you to the person. Imagine, so most of you, I understand, have been working through COVID. So if you were in your office and you come to your desk and there is a thank you note from your colleague who says, I thank you for doing this, how would you feel? Or in your family, somebody says thank you for you did this for me, how would you feel? How would we feel when somebody says thank you to us?
It's a great feeling.
Yes, it feels great. And when you feel great, will your ability to perform go up or go down?
Definitely it will go up.
It will go up. So if you go and thank a colleague for for something that he or she did, what are the chances that he will do more of it for you in the future? He'll double. Thank you, Kalpesh. So अगर आपने किसी को थैंक यू बोला तो और अगली बार आप उसके पास जाएंगे, आप कुछ उससे बोलेंगे भाई ये काम कर दो, तो वो खुशी खुशी करेगा आपके लिए. And how much time will it take to write a post-it note like this, thank you for this that you did, and walk up and post it? How many minutes it will take you to write a thank you note like this on post-it? Simple thank you note on post-it. How many minutes will it take? Not even a minute, 1 minute. So when we started the session, I made you a promise. I'll share with you a practice which will give you highest return on time invested. Now you invest 1 minute in writing a thank you post-it and share it with your colleague. What is the impact it will have on their life and your work life? Will it give you high returns? Will it increase the energy of that colleague to work more? And when you thank somebody, it comes back to you. It is never going out. Everything in the world will come back to you. So when you are thanking other people, it will come back to you. So this is one simple practice. I would like to hear from you. How many of you plan to apply this in your workplace? I understand you work from your office. So if you plan to apply this today, please type A in the chat box. Apply. And thank you. And I'll so we will know. So okay, let's do one thing. Okay, let's do one fun thing. Let's take 2 minutes and you type here in the chat box anybody you are thankful to. Okay, so this is called gratitude shower. Let's practice it right here, right now. Type thank you for anybody who is on this call. Say thank you. If you can give a reason, fine. If you can't give a reason, don't give a reason. Just write thank you, parents. Thank you, parents. I'll say thank you, Geeta ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to conduct this session. So let's do a gratitude shower. Let's see how many minutes it takes and how we are feeling after this. Wow. Thank you, everyone. Dharmen says, Ria says, thank you, team. Please, if you can be a little specific, then we will know who is the person in the team. Thank you, Vinay sir. Thank you to family, Kajal, really appreciate that. Charu, thank you, Vinay sir. Sheetal, thanks everyone. Thank you, Sheetal. It's nice to give gratitude to everybody. It also helps if you're specific, so both work. Uh, Let us see if I may have missed out reading few, but friends, please, thank you. Nikita says, thank you, Rahul sir. Thank you, Rahul sir. Please take these 2 minutes to. This is not a lecture. We are not in school or college where a teacher is giving lecture. These are things which we need to practice and apply, and that is when the transformation happens. Transformation. People say that knowledge is power, but I disagree. I believe application of knowledge is power. Just if the knowledge is there in our head, then it's not of much use. Thank you. Nikita says, thank you, Vinay sir, for always being there for us. Thank you, Geeta ma'am. Pooja says, let it keep coming. Let it keep coming. Kajal says, thank you. Thank you, Kajal. Pramod says, thank you very much. Thank you, Pramod. Geeta ji, is this okay? Or can we have some more?
No, that's fine. Still, people are typing.
Still people are typing? Okay. Rima says, thank you, Nisha ma'am. Anjali says, thank you, Vinay sir, Geeta ma'am. Okay. विनय सर, lot of people saying thank you to you, and गीता मैम आपको भी बहुत सारे thanks आ रहे हैं.
Thank you everyone.
Thanks, Simran. Shweta says thank you, Renewal team. So, guys, how many minutes did we take to do this? Thank you, Krishna. Krishna says thank you to everybody. 30 seconds. Deepak says thank you to the whole technical team for their support. Thank you so much. And how do you feel now? When you say thank you, how is your energy level? Is it high? If your energy level is higher than it was earlier, please type H in the chat box. Shweta says H, Nisha says H. So see your energy, you've all moved. Thank you everyone for your overwhelming response. You see, by practicing gratitude, by saying simple things, simple words like thank you, in couple of seconds or 1 minute, your energy level goes up. Not only your energy level of people around you goes up. When you practice this at work, you practice this at home. Say thank you to your husband, say thank you to your wife, say thank you to your children. The energy level will go up. Say thank you to your customers. Say thank you. Just keep saying thank you. जितना आप thank you बोलेंगे, उतना ज़्यादा आपके life में अच्छी चीजें होंगी. This is my promise to you. I'll share my numbers. I have shared my number earlier with you also. I'll be there for you. You can reach out to me. So, and share your experiences. So there's one more small practice which we will do, which is a very powerful practice. So now we have done 2 practices which can be done at workplace, which is gratitude shower and thank you note. Now this is a personal practice which is called the Lotus of Gratitude, which I learned from Nitya Shanti. And hear me out first, and then we will practice this together. Hold your fingers like a lotus bud. Lotus grows in mud, so it grows in that mud is our negativity which is surrounding us, all the challenges that we are having in our life. और उस कीचड़ में से लोटस खिलता है, तो उस नेगेटिविटी में से हम अभी अपने ग्रैटिट्यूड का लोटस खिलाएंगे. If you can put on your cameras, it will be nice. We can see you doing this. If you can't, then it's okay, but we'll appreciate if you can put on your cameras. And what we'll do is we will, think of one thing that we are grateful for. I am grateful for. So in my case, I am grateful that I am alive. We take our being alive for granted, but I had COVID last year, and I know what death means. And this is the experience of many people who have got COVID. This, this feels like second life because you've seen death so close. So I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I'm safe. My family is safe. I have got food to eat. I've got air to breathe. So many people in COVID did not get oxygen. They died. How much gratitude do we have for air? So think of things that you are grateful for, and as you think of one thing that you're grateful for, open your finger, and, then at the end of the exercise, we will have a lotus of gratitude. And then I'll then place your hand on your heart, and I'll guide you through a small 1-minute gratitude meditation. So let's start now. Think of one thing that you're grateful for. Once you're done with your 10, please place your hands on your heart and feel gratitude for the Mother Earth that provides us with everything that we need to sustain our life and life of our loved ones. Say thank you, Mother Earth. Mother Earth provides us with the water. Imagine how our life would be if we had no water to drink or bathe or to wash our utensils or to run our factories, wash our clothes, mop our house, clean our streets, water our plants. There is so much that we have to be grateful for water. Feel grateful for the easy access to drinking water, clean drinking water that we have got. The oxygen is only available to us in the Earth's atmosphere. And there is unlimited supply of oxygen in the nature. Feel grateful for the air that we breathe. Thank you for the magical air that I breathe. I am grateful to you for participating in this session. Thank you very much. And once you're comfortable, you can gently open your eyes and stay with the feeling for a couple of seconds. This is a practice which I suggest you do twice every day. First thing in the morning when you get up, and last thing when you go to bed. Practicing of gratitude in the morning will ensure that your day goes well, and practicing gratitude at night will ensure that you have a good, peaceful sleep. And through the night, the positive messages will keep playing in your mind. This is a very simple but very powerful practice. You can be thankful for things that are going on well in your life. You can also be thankful for things which you would like to go well in your life. For instance, I said thank you before the start of the session for a magnificent outcome to the session. So that way you can say thank you for things which are yet to happen in your life. Because when you feel grateful for things that are yet to happen, you attract them in your life. Gratitude for food we've just done. You can say thank you food whenever you sit down. Annadata Sukhino Bhavaha. You can say thank you to the person who cooked the food. You can say thank you to the universe which provided the food to us. You can say thank you to the people who made the food available to us. You can say thank you for money. At times we feel that there is lack of money in our life. We don't have as much as we would like to have. But being wealthy is not a number, it is a state of mind. And you could have small amount or large amount, and you could have small amount and still feel wealthy. And there are people who have millions of dollars but still feel poor. So when you start saying thank you for money, for whatever little you have got, irrespective of the amount of money that you have got, the money just multiplies. And I'm not saying this. There is a Japanese billionaire by the name Wahei Takeda, Waheitakaeda, and it's written in this book by Ken Honda. Ken Honda was mentored by Wahei Takeda, who's a billionaire, a Japanese billionaire. And the whole day, what he would keep doing is say, thank you, money, thank you, money. Every time money comes in, he would say, thank you, money. Every time the money would go out, he would say, thank you for being with me, money. So the whole day, feel thankful rather than feel lack. Our feeling lack of money is not going to increase the money. So try saying thank you, money, and I'm sure your money situation will change like it has changed for me. Thank you, Krishna, for your comment. And that pretty much brings us to the close of this session. Like I mentioned earlier, what I have shared with you is largely in the nature of information. But if you want transformation in your life, you need to take action. You need to apply, these simple practices. I'm sure you would agree with me that these are practices which have very high ROTI. These are 1 minute practices, and we can take out time to practice this. There's one thing I would like to share with you before we close the session is that these practices have a snowballing effect. Sometimes you may feel that nothing is happening, but actually things are happening. So I'll request you to be patient, while you're practicing gratitude. It's got a snowballing effect. When you roll down snow from the top of a mountain, it's very small initially, but it keeps gathering momentum and keeps getting bigger and bigger. And the same way, when we start practicing gratitude, you may feel yaar ye to kuch ho nahi raha hai, and then we stop practicing, and then if we stop practicing, the magic obviously will not happen. The key is to keep saying thank you, keep feeling grateful, and for sure the magic happens. There is no two way. It's like it doesn't work by chance. It's like law of gravity is not by chance. So like that, the law of grace is not by chance. It works 100%. It's a heart energy. So the only difference is how whether you're thinking gratitude or you're feeling gratitude. It may start with thinking gratitude, but the quicker you go to feeling gratitude, the quicker you get results. So what I would like to pause here and hear from you how you are going to apply what these simple practices that we have shared in the session today. So I'll pause and I'll wait to hear from you either in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and share how you're going to apply uh, what we have shared in the session today. Krishna says he is thankful for food, which is great. And when we are eating, if we eat in a state of gratitude, it doesn't take any additional time. It just requires attention and thought to be grateful. Most of the, not most of the times, but there are many people who are very conscious about the calorie intake. And, when we are eating food, we are not thinking in terms of the nutrition the food will provide us and feel gratitude for the food. But we think, so I have consumed so many calories, and we feel, conscious about it. So the right thing to do is feel gratitude towards food, that it is available to us, and feel grateful for the nutrition that food provides us. So, was this a good lecture? Water. Simran says she will say thank you, water. Yes, that's a great practice. When you say thank you, water, water has got memory. And when you say thank you, water, and drink it, it goes inside us, and we are 70%, our body is made of water. So there is gratitude, works. It's a very powerful practice. Thank you for sharing that, Simran. So, in case you want to share with me later on how you've applied, thank you for having our own home. Yes, Pooja, I agree with you. It's a big blessing. Start of the day has to be positive, so we'll try to get up thanking God, parents and people. That's awesome. That's awesome, Krishna. And everyone who is sharing, is helping other people by reinforcing this powerful message and this powerful practice. These are my numbers. These are my social media presence. Anybody would like to connect with me, you can take a screenshot and connect with me. We do regular sessions on topics related to mindfulness every weekend. So in case you would like to deepen your practice of gratitude, or you would like to deepen your practice of mindful living, live to your full potential, live happy, live healthy, enjoy your life, then come and get connected with us. On my YouTube channel, you will find videos of all of the previous sessions that we have done. Yes, thank you for sharing that, Neha. We can simply thank, appreciate. Appreciation is a form of gratitude. who help us achieve or complete a particular task. Very right. Will Geeta ma'am says, we'll try and make it a habit of being thankful for everything around me. That's right. There is so much that sustains us, if we take time. Yes, yes, Neha. Yes, Geeta ma'am. Shweta, we should be thankful for everything, what all we have. That's true. The clothes that we have got, I am thankful for this shirt. How would I be if I didn't have clothes to wear? Thank you for the GS1 family. I agree with you, Kajal. I'm really thankful to the GS1 family. Uh, and we now come to the Q&A. If you have any question and answers about this practice, I'll be happy to take. We've got about 9 minutes to go. If you have any questions or comments, we'll be happy to take them. Thank you, Geeta ma'am. You can also share your takeaway, anything you liked. Anything. Is it fair to expect gratitude in return as per Newton's law? Rakesh, that's a great question, but I would encourage you to start by giving. And once you start giving, it will come back to you automatically. You will not have to worry about getting it back. Keep your focus on giving. As long as you're giving gratitude, it will come back to you. Don't worry about coming back. But that's a great question. I appreciate your asking that question. Start by giving. That's what I would share.
So I just wanted to share something. I mean, say you were saying that when we say thank you and all, your energy raises. But actually, when you go to see, what I am feeling on my end, when we say thank you, it gets you a delight feeling, a soft feeling.
Sorry, you said thank you will make you feel what?
It gets you a soft feeling, like, very gentle
Yes,
type,
yes, yes,
or
yes,
it makes you feel delight.
yes.
But it's not like that the energy is raising up.
Oh,
It's
so
like I feel like
yeah.
it's
So
soft
we think
feeling.
energy is, only ro rara kind of energy.
No, no,
That's not
not
the.
that way, not that energy.
Uh,
No, no, not that energy.
so when you are connected with yourself, Simran, and we are feeling delighted, your ability to do more, you're feeling good, so people around you will feel good. You will be able to achieve much more. And believe you me, you try it, So you try it, and then, anytime you have any challenge, you come back to me. But we think that being soft, being compassionate is being weak, but it is not so. The Gandhiji didn't have those that physical energy that we would normally expect. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger has got. Gandhiji didn't have the Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of energy, but see what he did. He liberated the entire country. Just on the simple practice of ahimsa and being truthful and being honest and being kind. So the energy need not only be the roro rara.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for asking that question, Simran. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate that. We always have an internal conflict between being gratitude and what we have get as personally, how to overcome. Krishna, could you please unmute yourself and ask the question?
Yes, yes. So basically, usually, we always try to measure out whatever we are getting in terms of achievement. It could be negative, it could be positive. When we are positive, we are always happy, we thank. to everyone around us. We also take pride on ourselves as well. But usually when we get a negative return, or let's say we fail somewhere to achieve something, then it becomes very difficult. I mean, at that time, to satisfy our our mind, basically, that okay, we have to overcome this, and we have to go on and taking it on a positive note. That situation actually becomes very, how can we fill that kind of gap using gratitude, or being grateful to someone or anyone. So that's
That's a great question, Krishna. So the achievement could be either something that we are striving for ourselves, or we are striving in comparison to other people. So my neighbor has got a Mercedes, I have got a Maruti. So how should I feel grateful? That is one. I'll come to the other aspect also. But irrespective of whether he's got Mercedes or I've got Maruti, I should feel grateful for the Maruti that I have got. Because it's serving the same function, which is taking me to my office or to workplace or wherever it needs to take me. That is number one. And sometimes when we think that when we are grateful, we may not aspire for the Mercedes or the other thing, but it is not so. We have been conditioned to think that it is only when we feel miserable we will be able to achieve more. We will not be able to achieve, we'll be complacent if we are not feeling miserable or the lack in our life. But there is a different way to functioning. What I have shared with you is a different way of being and feeling and operating. Try that and see how it works. That is number one. The second is, there might be a target that we have set, which could be, say, gold in Olympics, and it could be an individual sport or whatever, or any other target, where my performance, I trained to deliver a performance and I missed delivering on that. How can I feel grateful? Or I wanted silver, I wanted gold, I've got silver, how should I feel grateful? Here, what you could do is, see the lessons that may be there for us to learn, and be grateful for the lessons that we have learned. So those are the two situations where, when things are not going the way we would like them to be, we can practice gratitude. Does that help, Krishna?
yes, correct. I mean, I think somewhere it's more like a practice, right? I mean, we cannot expect anything to happen, in a moment, or maybe just because we have a session right now. I mean, we cannot say that, okay, because we know that being grateful to someone will certainly help us. I mean, that's certainly a first step, but I think it has to be, we have to ingrain in our habit. Only then, we can achieve what we are trying to discuss over here. I think it's a without practicing it may not help, because with continuous thoughts, I think that makes us more negative. I mean, if a similar situation comes again and again, we are always being negative. We never try to overcome it. I mean, certain aspect of it, but I think it's just a practice. That's what I'm trying to.
Yes. You're right. It takes practice, Krishna, and it's worth practicing. That's what I can share. That once we practice, it yields a rich bounty. And what I'd like to share here with you is, I have recorded some gratitude meditations, which are complimentary. So you can go, any one of you, can look these up. You can use these for a daily practice of gratitude. These are very powerful meditations, and I'm also sharing with you one TEDx talk, which is celebrating what's going right in our life, which is a brilliant talk by a Nat Geo photographer. It's 18 minutes. So these are two things which I would like to share with everyone. Watch this TEDx talk whenever you have time, maybe when you are commuting back from your office or any other time over the weekend, and listen to these gratitude meditations. So that will help reinforce the practice. And as Geeta ma'am shared, we have these interesting sessions over the weekend. So please join us. let's see. Geeta ma'am, are there any questions we may not have answered?
No, I think you have answered very beautifully all the questions which have been put across. Is there anybody else who would like to ask something else, or otherwise we can really go off and put off to the session, the really wonderful session which we have attended today. Thank you, Mr. Ashish, for having us all introduced with the gratitude feeling. It was really awesome when we were doing that practice. And after that, even I can tell you, like about 2 to 3 minutes, I was feeling very calm, very relaxed. And it also always feels good when someone says thank you to you, or you say thank you to anyone. So that's where we have learned from this that we would definitely involve all these practices in our daily routine and in our life and make ourselves a better person.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Geeta ma'am. We will draw the session to a close now.
Sure.
And not because I want you to, say thank you to me, but you could unmute yourself and on your way out, say thank you to Geeta ma'am, Vinay sir, Swami sir, and anybody else. So make some noise as you're, as we are moving out of the session. Say thank you, and it's a good practice. You can just practice saying thank you. And so unmute yourself, put on your video as you exit the session.
Yeah, please, everyone put on your video so that I can also click a picture over here.
Yeah, that'll also be nice. Great idea. Wow.